Boom, so Crown Jewel opened up with Bronson Reed here looking like a spiky potato. All right, Roman Reigns, he starts throwing footies at him at 7 a.m. in the morning. Boom. All right, hitting him in the thighs. And then he just went at his tummy, man. All right, the cricket to his tummy, okay? And then he put him inside the ring. Bronson Reed, he's on all fours, right? Roman Reigns, he lines up his tummy. Oh my God, poor guy. Then Roman Reigns, he goes ahead and cuts a promo. He's like, the tables must acknowledge me or something, right? Whatever, okay? Bronson Reed, he picks some momentum here. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe you have abs. I need to take your abs away, right? He goes, he goes straight to his midsection. Roman Reigns, he yells right here. He's about to go for the spear, right? He runs around the corner at 80 miles per hour. But then as he's about to approach him, boom! All right, Braun Breaker, he storms the ring and he spears him. This was the turning point of the match. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, they do the shield, triple powerbomb through the table. He roars here. Oh my God, look how unmenacing he looks. Anyways, the Usos come out a little late. Kind of stupid, right? They come out. They get flatlined here by Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Okay, he goes for the Razor's Edge, Bronson Reed, right? Roman Reigns, he escapes. Then as he escapes, he gets speared through the table by Jey Uso. What are you doing, Jey Uso? Okay, Jey Uso's like, I'm sorry, Tribal Chief. I'm sorry, Cousin Roman. I'm sorry, right? And it cost him the whole match, okay? Bronson Reed in the air. Oh my God, look at this. It's so cute. All right, anyways, yeah, he goes for the splash 1, 2, 3 tsunami. Whatever, okay? Roman Reigns, you can see here that he's upset. You know, whatever. Okay, moving on. It was versus the Spanish bread. All right, this is the only thing that was interesting during the match. Personally, I didn't really watch this match. I had like one eye on the Spanish bread, and then I had one eye on the Vietnamese bread that I had in person. All right. Anyways, moving on. Of course, Triple H, he tries to put on the belt, and you can see where his hands are. He's like, yeah, the buttons just won't go on. This guy's taking hella long to put the belt on. He does this stare down. Oh my God, why does he always do this with the women wrestlers, man? Why don't you do that with like Brock Lesnar or some shit? All right. Anyways, moving on. It was John Cena versus AJ Styles. I have nothing bad to say about this match. This was a great match. Okay, the homages to people. Okay, I loved it all. Okay, AJ Styles with his classic early 2000s gear. Yeah, look, I don't know why he gave tribute to Rusev. He's a jobber. He's a bum. He's not like on the tier of like, you know, Randy Orton and Chris Jericho, right? AJ Styles, he goes for the calf crusher here, right? But then as he goes for the calf crusher, nope. John Cena, he counters with the walls of Jericho. All right. And then he beautifully transitions into the STFU. Awesome. All right. AJ Styles, he picks up momentum. He tries to go for the phenomenal forearm. He charges up in the corner here. But then as he charges up, right, as he comes down, John Cena catches him with the Sister Abigail. All right. Amazing tribute here. He kisses AJ Styles' foreign head. And then, yeah, right, he plants him into the floor. Everybody's into it. Everybody's waving their lights around and stuff, you know, to commemorate Bray Wyatt. Boom, right? He hits him with a pile driver to commemorate Undertaker, right? Beautiful. All right, beautiful girls all over the world. Yeah, he hits him with the FU. Amazing stuff from John Cena. And that was all she wrote. John Cena pins AJ Styles. 1, 2, 3. All right, and that was it. Okay, John Cena, he looks off into the crowd. You know, he gives AJ Styles a hug. Wholesome moment. All right, whatever. Okay, moving on. It was Cody Rhodes here praying in the locker room before his match. Then it was Rhea Ripley, and I didn't watch this match. Okay, but I'm sure it was a good illusion. Okay, anyways, moving on to the main event of the evening. Seth Rollins, he comes out looking like low key. All right, then yeah, Cody Rhodes, he comes out. Whoa, whoa, whoa! The crowd is here, about to blow. I want to blow Cody Rhodes. All right, Seth Rollins here. He has this segment with the watch. He takes off the watch, okay? Yeah, they jockey for position. This match was like, you know, probably like fucking the best match on the card. Yeah, man, right? Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, they go mano a mano, move for move, maneuver for maneuver, okay? Cody Rhodes, he dogs him though, all right? he does this delayed front suplex, just sunning Seth Rollins right away, okay, just putting him into his place. Seth Rollins, he looks off in frustration. He gets out of the ring, and then the crowd just berates him. You're a wanker. Okay, he gets back into the ring, right? He yams into Cody Rhodes' head. He's like, I'm not having that shit. All right, Cody Rhodes, of course, he fights back. Why? Because he's Cody Rhodes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He clotheslines him over the ropes, man. All right, the momentum is in full effect here. Right, he hits him with this, right, the fucking disaster kick on the apron. Beautiful stuff. All right, Seth Rollins at this point, he's so frustrated, you know, he just laid out on the floor. Cody Rhodes, he's looking off, he's trying to set up a table right here. Boom. All right, chop to the throat. Seth Rollins, he picks some momentum here, and this is when the tide shifts. Okay, he throws him into the steel steps, right, he gets back in the ring quickly. Boom, baseball drop kick. Cody Rhodes, he goes face first into the table here, right? Seth Rollins, he looks around, he tries to plan his next move, and then he does this, okay? The apron double stomp to Cody Rhodes. This was beautiful. I love moves like this on the apron. So satisfying, and it's fucking cool, all right? Anyways, Seth Rollins, he looks locked in. He's locked in, man. Look at him. Seth Rollins then attacks his arms, right? Just limb targeting his arm. Amazing stuff from Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes here. The way that Cody Rhodes was selling this was great, okay? Seth Rollins, he looks like a demon, right? Tongue out and all, like MJ, okay? Then, you know, he stares at him a little more. He's like, what should I do with him now, right? Boom! Right, Cody Rhodes, he's like, no, I'm gonna fucking fight back. I'm gonna kick you, bro. Boom! Right, hits him with the dragon screw from hell. One of my favorite moves in wrestling history. I love the dragon screw. Yeah, man, Cody Rhodes, he's in agony. Ah! And then again, right, Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, they're jockeying for position, essentially. Seth Rollins, he's going for the figure four. Cody Rhodes, he reverses that shit. He's like, no, not gonna happen on me, buddy. Not gonna happen on me, Bob. All right, Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, again, they're jockeying for position on the apron here. Seth Rollins, he gets caught up in the ropes, and Cody Rhodes takes advantage, okay? And he does this like tiger bomb type of move here. This is a cool move, all right? A very interesting move right here. I've done this to a couple people in middle school, right? Cool stuff, all right? I recognize you, Cody. Okay, anyways, Cody Rhodes, he goes for a bionic elbow. Boom, all right? Whatever, okay? He goes out for this fucking dive here. He takes out Seth Rollins in entirety, okay? Seth Rollins is on his back. He looks like he's out, all right? Then Cody Rhodes, he goes for the crossroads. Nope. Step up enziguri by Seth Rollins. He picks some momentum. Cody Rhodes, he goes for the disaster kick, but then nope. Boom. Hits him with the pedigree, man. Amazing. All right. Out of nowhere. I love that. All right. Seth Rollins, he goes for the stomp. He tries to end it all, but nope. Cody Rhodes, he goes for the crossroads. He lines him up, but then nope. Seth Rollins, he goes for his own crossroads, and he executes it beautifully. All right, I loved it. All right, the way that Cody Rhodes, look at his angling of his body. Cool. All right, anyways, moving on. All right, Seth Rollins, he drags him over here, right, and he goes for this Phoenix Splash shit. He never lands this, okay? He never lands this. Cody Rhodes, he tries to go for the Cody Cutter. It doesn't work, all right? He falls flat on his back. Seth Rollins takes advantage here with a pedigree, all right? But then as he's, fucking getting distracted here by the belt, he looks and gets distracted by the watch, right? And he looks at the watch. He's like, oh, man, should I put this thing on? Boom, he puts it around his fists, his knuckles, okay? And he's about to cheat. But then he's like, oh, I can't do this. He puts it in the corner, all right, and it costs him, all right. Crossroads from Cody Rhodes. He tries to go for the pin. 1, 2. Nope. He kicks out, man, all right. The latest kick out of all time. Yeah, man, all right. I thought it was over there. Anyway, Seth Rollins, he picks up more momentum. He hangs him upside down. He looks like he's Chris Benoit. He looks like he's, seeing flashbacks of Shane McMahon. Boom. He goes for the fucking, what's coast to coast headbutt, man, all right. Holy shit. The CTE will be coming soon for you guys. All right, Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Yeah, he goes for the pin. He kicks out. All right, Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, they're up at the top rope. Okay, just battling it out. And then, boom, he hits him with the Spanish fly, man. All right, this was amazing. I love this spot right here. He tries to pin him 1, 2, 3. It doesn't work. Okay, Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, they're gassed out at this point. And again, they go up to the top rope, risking it all. All right. But this time it was Cody Rhodes, getting the upper hand, doing a super diagonal fucking crossroads off the top rope. Holy shit. Great stuff. I wish it was through a table though. Okay, anyways, he tries to go for the pin. 1, 2. Nope. Seth Rollins is still in this. He's still fighting for his life, okay? He will not give up. Cody Rhodes, he starts hitting him in the face. He's like, why won't you give up? Seth Rollins, he looks like Vegeta in this situation. Yeah, all right. Cody Rhodes, he hits him with a Kawada kicks. Doesn't really work. Seth Rollins, he looks at the watch. He's like, oh man, I gotta get the watch now. He sneaks the watch in his hands, right? He bumps into the ref intentionally. And, Cody Rhodes, he doesn't see it, right? He's like, boom, right? I'm gonna go for the crossroads. But then, boom, he gets hit with the watch. And it costs him, all right? Hits him with a stomp. He hits him with a super stomp as well. And that was all she wrote. Seth Rollins beat Cody Rhodes convincingly. 1, 2, 3. It was kind of surprising. I thought Cody Rhodes would win this shit easily, right? I thought Seth Rollins would just, have like this, like, I guess, arc of like questioning his leadership, right? Him versus Brock Lesnar at War Games. I thought they were going to set that shit up instead. But yeah, Seth Rollins, he won fair and square, man. It's pretty surprising. I thought fucking Cody Rhodes would just wash his ass. I don't know where this story is going to lead to, but I just want to see Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins go at each other, whether that's War Games, whether that's a one-on-one. I've heard a lot of speculation with Austin Theory coming back and being a part of the War Games match with the Vision, and I really hope that's true, man. All right, if that happens, I'll be interested in watching WWE again, like religiously, right? Right now, I'm at this point where it's like I'm watching this shit with one eye, right? The other eye is focused on something else, right? That is how I watch WWE nowadays, all right? This match, though, was great. I'll give them that. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, they put on a barn burner of a match. It's just the fact that now I don't know what's going to happen, right? Is Seth Rollins, is he going to just fucking, flounder off and just become, I am Seth Rollins, I am the visionary, I hate those fucking promos because I just don't believe him. You know what I'm saying? Right? When Cody Rhodes says he's the QB1, it's like, okay, yeah, it's understandable. He's been, in John Cena's shoes. With Seth Rollins, he's kind of just there. He's like in this position of like a Triple H. He's just there, right? And he's surrounded by his peers that are much more talented than him. I just don't want to hear this QB1 shit coming out of Seth Rollins' mouth, all right? It's corny. It only works for like Cody Rhodes because, he's that same level of corny. You know what I'm saying? The QB1 shit, I just want to put an end to that, right? Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, they're not QB1s, all right? Neither of them are QB1s. If this is like Triple H's way of showing everybody that Seth Rollins is the QB1 of the company, he's the future, get the hell out of here, bro. Who actually believes that he's the future? All right? Or is supposed to be leading the future? It is not Seth Rollins, bro. All right? Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are jobbers. Okay? I don't care what you say. We need somebody like Austin Theory, young, chiseled, right? Who has the star power of like a John Cena to come out there and fucking be a part of the Vision. Because, again, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, their future is looking very, shallow, right? Very just like powerhouse nonsense, okay? With Braun Breaker, you can say, oh yeah, he's going to become a star. He's a Steiner. He has that attitude. He has the feel of a star. But he doesn't have like a menacing look, I know Scott Steiner wasn't that, tall and shit. Right, Braun Breaker, he's not that tall. He's like, 5'9", 5'8". But, look, Austin Theory, you compare him to Austin Theory. Austin Theory has it all. He's got the looks. He's got the height. He's got the mic skills, right? He just needs the character work and writing behind him to propel him into fucking John Cena's position, right? Because Cody Rhodes does not know John Cena, all right? I don't want to hear that shit. He's like 45 years old. He's on his, he's close. He's getting close, man. All right, Blue Chew is around the corner. We need somebody like Austin Theory to step in here and to basically take over. All right. Personally, I would love to see Triple H, sack Seth Rollins in the balls. Right. Boom. Right. I thought at the end here, what was going to happen is he's going to sack Seth Rollins in the balls and boom. Austin Theory comes out, right? But again, that's just my booking in my delusional fucking brain. You know, me thinking that Triple H can book any better, right? But no, this trash ass ending, you know, it left a fucking weird taste in my mouth, right? Seth Rollins just shoved down our throats. Cody Rhodes just shoved down our throats. Okay, with Cody Rhodes, he is not the QB1, all right? I don't want to hear that shit again from Triple H, okay? With Seth Rollins, he's also not the QB1, all right? Anyways, this event was fucking trash, okay? Only the John Cena match was good, and also the Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins match was good, all right? Other than that, everything else was garbage, all right? Anyways, what do you guys think about this show, this PLE? I think it was like a fucking what? For me, it was like a 3, right? 3 out of 10, all right? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. You guys already know who this is, all right? The high, rise, living, work, while stealing, intern, John, out.